My name's Jollz. I'm a Radiant player. If you're enjoying this type of content, be sure to like and subscribe, considering 80% of you guys are still not subscribed. I do these coaching sessions live, so you're more than welcome to swing by the stream and ask questions. If you're interested in coaching yourself, click the link in the description, click the book a lesson button, and select your plan and time. Lastly, if you want a chance to win free coaching, be sure to comment down below your Discord name and why you think you deserve it. I'll be picking out a person randomly. Other than that, enjoy the video. Gold 1 currently. I highly recommend playing on an agent that you're super comfortable with. But overall, your stats aren't bad. 148 damage per round, good. KD, good. Headshot percentage, good. You want to play Jet, man? Lock in Jet.
No, it's because like I don't have a problem with like chamber and other things, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah, if you want to play Jet though, like if that's the agent that you really like playing, dude, lock in Jet. Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I like the sheriff buy first round. It's good. Just make sure that you're taking like long range fights with it. Or yeah, you can, if you guys ever have any questions about like Discord stuff, you can always use mod mail. Nice shot. Nice job. Yeah, so maybe calm to Viper, like maybe we wall across and then we can push in the site and ult it. Like let him, make sure everyone's on the same page here. Oh. Okay.
If we get on site, you can all play.
Okay. Good trade. I would have swung a little bit wider there to ensure the trade while they're spraying, right? Are you well enough to know? We're not in a good spot here. They can get timinged hard by his left, right? Because it's not super tucked into the wall.
Last player standing.
Ooh, okay. So what I would do when you're not Viper in that situation, like I know you want to play in the ult, but like you can't let the Viper die, right? You have to be a little bit more aggro than whatever your Viper's doing.
Chaos be mean.
Okay. Nice. Very nice. Careful.
7.
Okay. There. Be very careful with how you're peeking angles, and make sure you're really clearing every corner. That's one thing I'm noticing. When you're going fast, you don't clear every little corner. Okay, being exposed by multiple angles is the big thing. Very nice. Oh, you got 2.
Spike down A.
One's probably aim. Yeah. Oh. All good.
One enemy remaining.
K was here too. Be very careful. He threw a molly into main. Alright, his doors, yeah.
He opened door. I tried to dash sideways.
Yeah, all good. Don't even worry about it. Try and play off your teammate here. Peek when he shoots. Okay. This was good. This was a very good round, and there was a lot of things here to really dissect. Smokes. Yeah, that's I think if you smoked earlier. Nah. Smoking him off was good, but I think you would have been able to save Viper's life there. And your own, because he's stuck in the smoke. And just double smoke whenever you're stuck and you know you need to stall time. Chuck your smokes. That's the biggest thing. Nice. Very good. That was so much better. I like this. I like that a lot.
He opened door. He might chase you.
Careful from sight. I would fall if you can. Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. All good. This was a good round, and in some things, I'm starting to like your utility usage there, right? You smoked when you saw the breach flash, and it forced breach not to push in, right? And then he was stuck in the corner. Yeah, exactly. And you had him in a good spot. Careful. If they come from arcade here, you're exposed from arcade. Yeah. So chill. Yeah. This is way better. Yep. Small. This was a literally 2 steps correction, but the world of a difference. Be very careful with these. This is his biggest issue, I think, is exposing himself
Am I
from multiple
right?
angles.
They over.
Bring them down.
Very
Enemy
nice.
kill.
Activates the dash. Okay, this was so much better.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
I'll find you. Marked one.
Nice
I
shot.
was, I was gonna fight with them. They started going a little too crazy.
Yeah, they started holding W. No, this was good. This was good. The main thing I wanted to bring to attention was like, you saw how you just changed by only 2 foot, like literally 2 steps away from where you were playing at. But it's a world of a difference there because you're not exposed from arcade anymore, right? And then you were watching main, but you weren't exposed from arcade. And there's a world where you can get punished for that. Let's say they just walk up arcade and they just have a sheriff, and they just one DQ in the head, right? I like playing on the steps though.
There's 2 of me.
Yeah.
Reyna and Breach.
I can't use that.
Oh,
One enemy
very,
remaining.
very good play.
Spike down
Grab the gun.
A. Flawless.
Very, very nice.
Go,
Spike
Kinzo.
planted.
Oh, chamber grief. Careful, gun. Oh, be careful. Hey, never take space with your knife out. That's like #1 thing. All good, all good, all good. Even still, even if he's in front of you, you still want your gun out because if he dies, you want to be there to swing and trade. But if you have your knife out, you can't, right? So the question is like, okay, so if crouching isn't bad, then when should you crouch? And the biggest thing is like, you shouldn't crouch right away and then go into a spray, right? And you shouldn't stand up and crouch. Okay, they both are the same exact thing, and that's that you're standing still and you are sitting duck while you're spraying. And that's a big mistake that a lot of people have. They just go, they see someone, they insta crouch, and then they shoot, right? What you should be doing is taking 2-3 shots and then crouching. 2-3 shots and then crouching. 2-3 and then crouching. And what this does is it displaces your head movement. And that way, like, if they're aiming at your head and you crouch, you're basically ducking their bullets. That happens to me sometimes. There we go. Better. All right. So, you never want to come around the corner and then do this. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that.
You don't want to do that. And this is like a problem that a lot of people have when they spray. They see someone and they panic and they spray. If your crosshair is not initially on them, then you don't want to spray. So you should readjust. So if it comes around the corner where you just do this and you're like, oh shit, right? You're like, oh, I whiffed. Readjust, readjust, readjust. And then if you notice there, I would spray, right? You saw how like my first 2 shots, like it tagged them and my crosshair was on them. I commit to that, right? So that's exactly how you should be doing it, right? Like if your crosshair is on them, you commit to that. If not, you readjust. And when should you spray like that? That's a perfect time to just right here, boom, that crosshair on him, on him, on him, on him, right? On him, right? These are like, that's when you want to kind of commit to the sprays. But if not, then just keep going and readjust and do this little burst, until like your aim is actually on them. How to practice spraying in general. If your sprays are dog shit, right? This is one thing you can do. You come to the wall, look close, get real close, right? And spray. You want this thing to be a laser. When it's a laser, you back up. Again, laser. Back up. Laser. Until it stops looking like a laser, like this. Like if it's something like that, you're like, oh, that was kind of dog shit. You stay at the same range, and then you practice again. Until it looks good. You're like, oh, that was okay. I could do better. And then you're like, I could probably do a little bit better. There, that's better. And now you're just like, all right, let's back up, right? Better, this is good. So like sometimes like you're running around, like when you're rotating, you do this, right? Like you're staring at the minimap. I can tell, right? Because your crosshair's like this, and you're staring at the minimap, and like you come around the corner like this, and then you're like, oh, he could be, you know what I mean? Like you're not ready. Yeah. You're not ready. Whatever angle you're peeking. If you want to look at the minimap, then you should be looking at the minimap like for a quick second if you're exposed. And then when you're hiding, that's when you can start. This is where I would stare at the minimap, right? And obviously you don't need headshot percentage when you're staring at the minimap rotating. But the second you're exposed for an angle, you should be ready.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. Another thing. Exposed by too many angles, right? This is a big thing that you do a lot, right? Where you put yourself in spots where you're exposed by 2 to 3 angles, and you can get punished for it, right? You should only be exposed from the angle you're holding. I'm holding B main. I'm only exposed from B main. I'm holding, you know, arcade. I'm only going to be exposed from arcade. But I would never be here watching arcade, and I would never be here watching main. Does that make sense? Because
Yeah.
here you're exposed, and here you're exposed, and if you're same principle if you're watching arcade, both times you're exposed from both. So always isolate your 1v1s, right? And always isolate the angles that you're exposed to. The rule of thumb is just the only angle you should be exposed to is the one that you're holding, right? So that's like a one thing. You did it a couple times. Like a quick thing, right? So one, all right, let's say that this was smoked because, right, they were. This was smoked. This was walled. So how you clear? Exactly like this. Clear, clear, clear. I would check this. I would check on top. I would check like this. And now I would check, you know, here, check like this, you know, and then exactly like that. You saw how...
Yeah.
It's like you're still checking. Don't check like this corners, because the closer you are to an angle, the worse it is. You're going to die. Make sure you're giving yourself some breathing room in the back here to clear these angles. And then, right, like you don't peek it like I wouldn't clear like this.
Yeah.
This is grief as shit. You're gonna get blasted in the dome. You know, you clear like this, and then maybe you clear like that, right? Or maybe left first, right? And then after that, you clear like that. Just make sure that your back is set to the angles. You don't want to be close to the angles when you're peeking. So this one here, you saw the breach here, right? Okay, I know. Don't you worry about it. Hey, don't worry about it. But one thing with bursting is sometimes I'm noticing you let your recoil pull up, right? Like you let your recoil jump, and
I know exactly.
Yeah, make sure you know, you're pulling the recoil.
I shoot more bullets than I mean to. I think that's
what it is. Exactly. So make sure you have like a good understanding of how many bullets you plan on shooting, and you're pulling down the recoil for those bullets. So that's something that the more you deathmatch and play around with, you'll have like a good feel of that. But that's it. I think that's most of everything I was noticing right away. That's what I'm building.
We know me and Chetty, your channel is desolate. You at your peak and you'll never be relevant. Now we got beef and now I'm here to settle it. Channel ain't growing, you might wanna pedal it. You want like 7 whole years to develop it. I'm way above you in another element. Keeping the trunk like a motherfucking elephant. How you work out and I say still not intelligent.